tough until suddenly, about at the 7 to 6 minute mark left in the game, you were able to suddenly run the lane. What did you change in your offensive structure allow you to do that? To get
Well,
those
I think mainly we talked about being patient because we were taking quick shots and everything we were focusing on was jump shots off of our handoff option or jump shots off of a ball screen, and we weren't patient enough to break down the defense to get the back cuts. You're not going to get the back cuts on the first pass. That's going to happen as they start to be involved with what's going on in the ball, and then then you get a back cut. So that, and the second thing was we said we needed post touches. We needed to get the ball inside. Even if they didn't shoot it, they needed to get it and then potentially kick it back out. And we got the ball to Destiny twice in a row for layups inside, and they were clearly open, so she turned and took them. We got a back cut by Honesty King on the block, and then Shawnita started driving the lane. So it opened when we were more patient, but in the beginning I thought we took shots too quickly. We played their tempo, not ours, running up and down the court, and the first time we played them, we were more disciplined and patient, and this time we tended to be a little impatient until that last segment. I thought we did better.
So you beat them twice in a few days, but they won the first round a month ago or a month ago.
Like 2 months ago. It was our first game.
Yeah, it was in the conference.
A long time ago,
yeah. What did they show some of the same? Well, I know the one gal, she didn't shoot as well as looking at
number 11.
Yeah.
And
Seemed
we
like
made her.
We
made her a priority. Their three leading scorers are number 40, who got in foul trouble tonight real early. Number 12 is their second leading scorer, the point guard, and then number 11. So that's their top three scorers. Well, last week when they were here, Bailey, number 25, had a great game. So they decided to go right back to her. But our focus was to take those three perimeter players out of the game. And so Bailey's going to get some because we're trying to take away the perimeter. And what happened in the end is they started to get some open looks. If they hit some of those, but what we like to believe is that we held them off for so long and they didn't get very many looks, so that at the end of the game when they had to hit one, they couldn't hit it.
Second last question. So you have Butler coming up. What did you tell the gals in preparation?
I told them to go home, get packed, and get to sleep. That's what I told them. The coaching staff is going to prepare. We've already started preparing, but we're going to kind of firm things up tonight, and we'll spend pretty much all night preparing for Butler. And then tomorrow, our girls need to start thinking about practicing. And we've played Butler twice, so they're a very different team from UIC. They run all set plays, and they aren't as fast and athletic. They're disciplined, and they just run set after set after set. And so we're going to have to be sharp and mentally sharp because they have so many plays that they run. We have to be prepared for all of them. So it's a different game, but our kids, I want them resting tonight. The coaches will prepare, and then we'll start preparing them tomorrow.
The last thing is you have some, per se, tournament-tested gals on the squad. Is that maybe to your advantage?
Well, I think, I'd like to think that it's an advantage as far as the perspective on our team. It wasn't too long ago that we didn't make it up to Green Bay, but we have now consecutively 4 years made it to Green Bay in the playoffs. And so we now have had some success, so our players feel a sense of confidence when they go up to Green Bay, and we've been able to win the tournament 2 out of the last 3 years leading up to this. So I think our own players feel some confidence. And then I like to think that maybe that creeps into the minds of our opponents as well. Who knows if it does or not, but it would be nice if it did. And they know that when we get to Green Bay, we're ready to go. We're focused, and we've in the past played pretty well. So hopefully that will be an advantage for us.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Coach, I know you got a quick turnaround to Friday night, but can you just reflect on the 20 wins this season, just the second time in school history?
That's right.
Yeah.
Second most wins in school
boy, I think I've said this before, that this is such an unlikely group. Now, what do I mean by unlikely? Well, we had, we put together that recruiting class that started their freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year and graduated last year and had 3 consecutive 19-win seasons, and we really felt like they were going to, take us to the promised land, and they did. They took us to the NCAA tournament 2 out of their 4 seasons. So then when you graduate 4 starters, you just start thinking in different terms. You think how do we get this group, through, how do we meld them together, how do we get them to play well together, how do we move them forward to be better, at the end of the year, and we knew that it was going to be some growing pains. And what we found was that we're a totally different team, completely different, much more athletic, I think, and so we've had to coach them differently. And if I told them in the room in there, I said, if you would have told me that this group was going to have 20 wins, I would have never believed it. There was so many unknowns, so many question marks, and they answered them for us. And I don't think they ever doubted themselves, which is part of their, part of what makes them special. But just really, they have come together very quickly and very well, and we're seeing that now with 20 wins.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck this weekend, and get packing.